Thank you for coming today to share your oral history of your recollections of your experiences while a student here at Chestnut Grove Elementary School. This project is being funded by the Conservation Fund. Please state your name and the schools you have attended.
Chaneta Elizabeth Davis Hall. I attended Chestnut Grove Elementary School. Well, first I attended Scotts Elementary School. Then we moved to Chestnut Grove Community. I started Chestnut Grove School in the second grade. And then I went to Unity High School. And then I went to Barbara Scotia College in Concord, North Carolina. Then I went to UNC Charlotte. That's about it. I went to Seventh State. I took some classes there for a while.
Thank you. All right. Do you have any special memories of teachers or things you reflect on today from your experiences when you were at Chestnut Grove Elementary School?
Yes, I remember Miss Sadie Morrison. She taught me in, I think, third grade. She always dressed professional. Heels, the stockings, the dress, her hair was always fixed. Well, most of all my teachers, Miss Houston, I had her in the fourth grade. And then I had Miss Houston again. And I think she was my favorite teacher. I didn't know how to do long division, and we had to go to the board and do that. And because I never got a spanking in school until I got popped with the ruler in my hand, not know how to do long division. And when I went home, she had to call Daddy and Mama and told them that I didn't know how to do long division. Well, I learned how to do long division. And I can do long division a lot better. I learned my multiplication tables in one night. But I never got popped in school after that. I remember the lunches we used to have, apple pie with cheese on it. We used to have olives. I don't know why we had olives back then, but we had olives. And we used to throw them. And we used to get caught.
So what lessons did you learn from your favorite teachers when you were at Chestnut Grove Elementary?
That you would have to learn. You cannot go through life not just skipping through things. Things you had to remember and learn. You just can't look at it and say, oh, I know it. I know, like I said, I know how to do long division.
Okay, can you tell me about a typical day at the Rosenwald School, Chestnut Grove Elementary?
First of all, we always had spelling tests every morning. It was 2 grades in each classroom. Like the fourth, third and fourth was together, first and second were together, fifth and sixth, seven, eight. And we have a spelling, she would call it spelling words, one side of the room, and then she called the other side. And she would make us write sentences, like she called a word and then you had to do it. Then we had go up in front of the classroom, we had a spelling bee. And then we had oratorio contests and learn how to speak in public. We had in May every year, learn how to do folk dances and everything. We had a Bible teacher came in and taught us Bible verses, and we had to learn certain verses to get an award, like so many verses for Testament, I think it was 25, Wall Motto, we learned so many verses, storybook, Bible. We had to learn those verses, and she would make us repeat them. And then when the lady came, we had to repeat when we get our award. So I think that's how I got my first Bible.
So after you graduated from college, what was your path after leaving school?
I taught for 1 year. I had a 6th grade class. And I got all the discipline problems. I couldn't handle it. So I retired, I quit. And then I went to work at the bank. And I really liked working with children because my degree was in elementary ed. So I went back as as a librarian, then a social worker. And then my supervisor encouraged me to go back and get my degree in counseling. So I got my degree in counseling, my EDS degree in counseling. And I did counseling for about 39 years. And I enjoyed every moment of it.
Oh. How did Chestnut Grove Elementary School influence your career choice?
I want to be like my teacher, Miss Houston. She was always patient with us, but she made sure we knew it before we went to the next grade. And sometimes she was real stern with us, but she's also a friend. And we used to keep in touch. Miss Sadie Morrison, she made sure that we ate balanced meals and everything. And like lunch, we had to eat lunch. We got to school, we didn't like the olives, we had to eat at least 2 or 3 of them. But she played those two, I remember.
Did you understand at the time that you were attending Chestnut Grove Elementary that you were going to a segregated school?
Yes,
And how did you know that?
because our neighbors were white kids, and their bus would come before us, our bus. My older cousins drove the bus, and the buses passed each other, and be all white kids on one bus and all black kids on one bus. And sometimes they would holler statements out to us. Then in my junior year in high school, we all went together, and the schools merged together or something. And we had to go ride the white bus to go come to Unity. We go ride that bus, my next door neighbors, which are all white. And then we came to Cool Spring School, and then we come to Unity.
So how was that experience for you?
Well, sometimes it was good, and sometimes it wasn't. I remember sometimes the white kids didn't want to sit beside you. And after I started teaching at Cool Spring, the same kids that I went to rode the bus with in junior high, in 11th grade, they were some of my parents. And I remember them then. And, oh yeah, I remember you. But I had their kids, so it was totally different. Totally different. But they wouldn't slide over for you. Most of the time we had to stand up.
Okay. So when you were at Chestnut Grove Elementary, do you remember your books and your materials?
Yes. Most of them was Jack, Alice, something about Alice. They're all white.
Were they new books? Did you guys receive new books?
Some of them, some years they were, and some years they were not.
Did you know where the books had come from?
No, not really. Second, third, fourth grade, I don't think I paid that much attention. But after we got older, I know some of my older cousins had the same book because you had to write your name in it. And it had like, this year, so-and-so had 64, 65. The next year it was 65, 66 you had it. And I knew some of the kids then. And then some of the names I didn't even recognize who they were.
So I think you've already told me this one. I was going to ask, what type of discipline did you have at your school? But I remember you said that long division, you got popped. So I know that there was discipline.
My aunt was the principal. And she could look at you and to get together. That look she would give you. She would pull her glasses down and look over. And not to cut up. And if you did get in trouble at school, they always call your parents right there on the spot. And then if they call your parents, you're going to get it when you get home. So you always try to be good.
Okay. Do you recall what lunch was like while you were at Chestnut Grove Elementary?
Yes, the olives. And I didn't eat olives, I got grown. The apple pie with the cheese on top of it. Pinto beans. That was really good. The rice and some kind of beef. It wasn't very good. The biscuits. And we had apple pie with cheese, pinto beans, coleslaw, and cornbread, or either greens. That was one of my favorites. I don't remember no meat nurses that beef.
So you had food from a cafeteria, it sounds like.
Yeah, we had a cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
We had some good cooks. I mean, they could make the best apple pies. We always had milk every day to drink. Then Miss Morrison sold ice cream at a certain time of day. If you had the money to buy ice cream. Even when we got to high school, you got off the bus, go and buy ice cream.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that you remember about your time there at Chestnut Grove that you would like to share?
We always went out and played softball. Softball is something kids ever did, play softball. We didn't have any swings, anything like that. We had jump ropes and hula hoops. Nobody ever got in any fights.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time to be interviewed and sharing your recollections of your time at Chestnut Grove Elementary. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.